on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Ready to go.
Yeah, everybody's glad to see him back out there.
In for Green, and it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Freak in at point guard. P.J. Tucker is out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then it's Alex Len, and it's Knight in at the two guard. Passes it to Crawford. 4 on the clock. And it's good off the back rim and in. One thing about Jamal Crawford, he is the definition of a streak shooter. When he's hot, baby, watch out.
Yeah, I mean, he's a combination of craftiness and athleticism. It makes him very hard to defend. He can spot you up, run you off picks, drive past you. This guy gives you the real deal.
Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers.
Thank you, Kevin. Yes, I spoke to him about the game plan coming into this matchup and addressed the quality shot blocking they'll have to overcome. He said, listen, that can be a factor, psychologically as well as physically. The key for us is just to play unselfishly. Our offense will be fine. Guys?
Thank you, Doris, and quite a focus for the game here early on, and an important one too, guys.
Yeah, I mean, up against this team, finding ways to crack their defensive shell is always going to be the #1 challenge.
And I would say it would be the #2 and #3 challenges as well, guys.
The Clippers in the lead. 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. From the arc. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Len's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Pierce, and it's blocked. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. A different look for the Clippers. Cole Aldridge, he's checked in for Jordan, and it's Rivers in for Paul.
Austin Rivers.
Crawford kicks to Griffin. Fade away. No luck.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Watching P.J. Tucker. He does all the little things for you, plus some big ones as well. Ever since he came into the league, Clark, he's been a tremendous glue guy.
Yeah, he's a Velcro guy. You don't want him handling the ball a bunch or launching a lot of threes, but he's physically imposing, and he gives you what he's got. You know the effort is always going to be there with him.
And talking about P.J. Tucker, he's really played the same role the past 3 seasons. Excellent inside-out defender, tremendous rebounder for his size, and he really plays within his limitations, taking only shots he can make and also not turning the ball over.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Freak passes to Teletovic. He dishes it to Tucker. It's Knight with the drive. And that one comes up a bit short. He got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Los Angeles on top, leading by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And a chance to hear from DeAndre Jordan, who talks about the inspiration he drew from head coach Doc Rivers.
Doc told me, you know, you should be.
A strong case can be made that Jordan played like the defensive player of the year, Clark, this past season. In effect, a big group substitution here for the Clip, and comes in for Jeff Green. Pierce is checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Paul in for Rivers. He's in at the point. Mirza Teletovic.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Griffin kicks to Redick. Pass to Jordan. Picked by Griffin. Feeds it to Paul. 5 on the shot clock. That's good from 17 feet away. And the Clippers lead by 15.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Freak kicks to Teletovic. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Len, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
First personal foul.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them.
But they recover it. Now here's Freak, covered by Reddick. Launches it. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Teletovic.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Spurs made some major contributions. He ended with 11 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Now the dish to Reddick. Jordan the screen. Inside. And just miss after miss right now.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Clippers lead by 5. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Well, Doc, as we get into the second half, what do you expect to see from this?
And welcome back. In Los Angeles with some changes. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. Crawford comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Austin Rivers in for Chris Paul. We've got Cole Aldrich. Crawford out there with Rivers. Then there's Griffin. And it's Green in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. They grabbed their own miss. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And, guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm. And for all of the improvements he's made to his game, one wonders why Blake Griffin isn't a better shot blocker. I mean, he clearly has the motor and the athleticism, but for some reason over his first 5 seasons, he's averaged only a half a block per game.
And stolen by Knight. Here's Freak. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That's really how they're going to get back into this game, trim the lead. I mean, play tough defense, force some turnovers, and then push it to the other end.
And, Clark, those steals allow you to play in the open floor.
Rivers dishes to Green. Tries it from 9. And Griffin with the score. The assist from Green. And it's 13 points for Blake Griffin. And regarding Griffin's low block shot number, for some guys, they simply lack a certain field card for blocking shots.
Yeah, you know, there's something about the aptitude for shot blocking that sometimes is understated. Just because you're a high flyer in the front court doesn't mean you're going to block a lot of shots.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Clippers?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Green, no luck.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And that one's good.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Griffin kicks to Crawford, right wing. Outside, Green. Crawford outside. 5 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got 10 points.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Stolen by Rivers. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. That's good. And 12 points for Austin Rivers.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And here at the end of... Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what is Jamal Crawford. He's checked in for Paul Pierce. Freak's checked in for Phoenix. For the Phoenix Suns, they're coming off a good outing against the San Antonio Spurs. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Freak, he's in at point guard. John Lure's out there with Warren. And it's Chandler, and it's Booker in at the shooting guard position. 6 on the shot clock. Paul kicks to Griffin. Misses off the right iron. Suns trail by 21. To the paint. Paul with the steal. Picked by Griffin. It's Crawford with the drive. The shot's good from Griffin. Griffin's got 6 in the quarter.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Freak kicks to Warren. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Pass to Lure.
Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money, but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts in the league in any given year.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Clippers.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
You know, no matter what happens next time they meet, I think this was the biggest game they'll play against each other this season. Getting that 2-1 advantage means so much.
And one of the league's truly special talents making his mark. Once again, another great performance for Blake Griffin. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for Jordan. Pierce comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Rivers in for J.J. Redick. And the Suns here with a different look. Lenz checked in for Chandler. Mirza Teletovic comes in for John Lure. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Warren. And Goodwin subbed in for Booker. The shot and game clock separated by 4. The feed to Pierce. It's Crawford on the wing. Back to Pierce. 5 on the clock. Dishes it to Rivers. Los Angeles with another miss. So the Clippers winning this one easily.
Thanks, Kevin.
The 2K Sports post-game show.